Hello, y'all. Welcome to Lieshias Lounge. Okay, kind of got to upgrade, but this is all I got for right now. So, welcome to the lounge. Grab your drink or your snack, and you already know what we doing. We talking about Love Is Blind. I have a special guest. If you didn't know, her name is Audrey, and she's my girl. And we're gonna be commentating. We're gonna be giving our commentary on Love Is Blind, episodes 7 through 9, season 10. I personally like to go kind of by like,
Each episode.
well, yeah, but I was gonna say each scene really, but I was like, we could
Okay.
maybe kind of talk about the episode within the like just the couples and then kind of just go back because I feel like it's kind of hard to do each scene. So maybe it just depends. Do you have notes written down?
No, I don't have any notes written down, but because I
Okay.
watched it before I knew I was doing this, so I didn't take notes.
Oh, okay. So we could just kind of just go by that. But if you're watching this, make sure you like, make sure you comment, let us know where you're watching from because we are in OH IO. Yo,
Who's at OHIO?
yes, that's what I was.
Oh, the season is okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I for one am not in OHIO, but okay, yes,
Oh
that's what
yeah,
they
no.
are.
I was
Yes,
talking about the season. The season
yes.
we're in. I was being funny because that's what you call it kept doing. What's his dang name? What's his name?
Which
Nick.
one?
Nick.
Nick.
Nick. And he's like, we're in my hometown. But I was like, state, okay. But
State.
yeah, so I don't know where he's from. Columbus, I don't know where, but they picked Columbus
They
to
got some interesting people in Ohio. Is all I got to say.
yeah, they picked Columbus to like do the filming in. And
Hmm.
so I don't think he's from Columbus. I think he might be from like a smaller town because he didn't say like this was my city or whatever.
Mm.
But yeah, so episode 7 is when like it ends with them in Mexico and then they leave in
Hmm.
Mexico, then they go to each other's houses and then they meet they look at each other's houses and then they move into their apartment together and then they go tell
Hmm.
their families like they call all their families and stuff
Right.
like that. And some people meet each
Hmm.
other's families and that's basically about episode 7. So we could just start with Brittany and Devontae because that's who first came. Well, let's say
Yeah.
who first came maybe.
Was
Um
it Brittany and Devontae or was it
they were in the beginning, but that's not who first came. Who the first people that we see in that is Jess and Chris.
okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh. Well, you see all of them together because they're like calling their parents, like, "Oh, I just got married. Oh, I just got engaged." But then, like the first like couple that's sitting in their apartment,
Yes, they're living at their apartment. Yes, yes,
yes,
yes. I
it's
remember now.
Jess and Chris, and so that's episode
Jesus.
7. And they didn't have anything to talk about.
No.
They
I
didn't have.
don't know what this phenomenon is like when people get out of the pods, it's like stuff becomes so awkward for them. It's like y'all act like y'all talk about everything in the pods and then you get out and it's like completely everybody's confused again. I'm not understanding.
Yes, what I don't like is like they got together. They specifically were talking. Well, foreshadowing, you
Yeah.
understand, but when you're sitting there, he like they like bring up all these other couples. I'm like, why are y'all bringing up other couples?
Mhm.
Like, worry about yourselves. But then he brought up Connor, but
Yeah.
he likes Breeze.
Connor and Breezy,
Okay.
yeah.
But then they were talking about like being M words, like, oh, I might have a body or I might have I'm like, what are y'all talking about? But also that kind of shows me like they didn't like he don't like her.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't really understand all of this conversation because I felt like Jess was pretty honest with him in the pods about like not working out all the time and so he keeps talking about wanting somebody that does Pilates and it's just like she's a doctor. She's told you multiple times that she does not work out all the time and you're like yeah but you know what he actually was saying this stuff in Mexico too like I just like somebody who wants to take a morning run and kept talking
Mhm.
about the cold plunge and all that kind of stuff and she was like I don't want to do a cold plunge.
I'm like, y'all talk so much about so much in the pause, then it comes out and it's like, what did y'all talk about?
Right. Y'all didn't talk about how one of y'all is super well, supposedly super
He's
active.
like active. He's like 5'2". Boy, shut up.
And he's not super fit. Like it'd be different if he was like, you know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
not. And
Like,
so
what is this obsession with like working out that you have going on?
the interwebs are saying that he's projecting. He's insecure essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially like,
Mm-hmm. Well, I
and
was
he
yeah, I was
doesn't
gonna,
like that she's basically
yes,
like outdoing him.
yes, a doctor in nice house. I was gonna get to that later. I
Oh,
think
sorry.
the next episode. No, you're fine. So we'll do that later, but it's just like that's why I'm just like something is off, and maybe I don't know. Well, he's also a sales manager, so I think he just be talking, talking, talking. But I
True.
was just like, I think that um these dudes don't be having jobs. They just want to stay on the show.
Yes.
They just want to stay
Yes.
on the show. Like because what
I
are
feel
we
like his true intent was revealed later.
yeah, like you just want to stay on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's them right now because there's a whole bunch of stuff we can talk about later. Alex and Ashley. Alex is the one
Yeah.
that's a
Uh-huh.
soccer player, but
But was in
soccer,
Australia,
no,
but
a
was in
soccer coach.
here.
Yeah, yeah, it's a, but I didn't mean to say soccer player. I'm going to say soccer coach that hasn't coached soccer in 10 years. So I don't understand. So whatever. He called his mom asking about
Right.
it, telling her, and she's like, "Hi, I'm in Arizona." I was like, "Girl, what?"
She sounded like she did not want to be bothered. Like, okay,
Yeah, she sounded like she was surprised that he
I'm on
called
the
her.
road.
And I was like, they're not close.
Yeah, yeah, you could tell that.
That's what I got. They're not close. And then because she's like, "Oh, I got a new job," and he's like, "Oh, I didn't even know that." And I'm like, if you're talking to your parents, if you're close, they're gonna tell you like, "Oh yeah,
You would
like I
know that.
got a new job or something like that." Like he was surprised to hear from him. So I'm like, well, shoot, he was in Australia. Now we know he everywhere else. They probably don't talk that much because
Right.
always different time
And
zones.
she's on the move too. The mom's on the move
Yeah, and
too.
find out later like she's a truck driver. My thing is though, he's talking about, yeah, we want to move here, we want to move here. I'm like, how did you get to Columbus?
Right. That's not been clear, has it? He's talked about everywhere else that he's been, but he hasn't been clear on how he ended up in Columbus.
Like, how are we in Columbus? But then you want to move to Florida. And I'm like, you barely have a job, but you want to move all these places. Oh, I have this. With what money are you about to move?
I think he do Forex.
He did say he day trades.
I think that's because he was I don't know if this is episode 7, so I might be moving a little bit further ahead.
Um,
But when he was on the computer and she was like, "What are you on a meeting?" And he's like, "No, I'm just listening to like a webinar."
yes, yes, yes. And she's like, well, how do you know what to do? He's like, I check it every day.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
it's him for
he does do day trading, but I'm like, that's not what is that? But you saying you're day trading, then you saying you in finance, and then you saying that
you're a soccer coach.
what's the true answers? But we can get into it because in that time he did like we could just go because baby Paul is Ashley's daddy
Dad
was grilling him
grilling.
like it was rapid fire.
It really was.
So I said, baby, are we on a podcast? And what you do? And was that? And did they married? And when did you say they married? And how you say they were married? And how that doesn't make sense? And where'd you live at? Where you? I'm like, dang, he barely could get an answer.
He didn't believe him.
Yeah, he didn't believe him. But then I was like, oh, he's a lawyer.
And when he said you're looking down and what was it down
He's
and left?
like, you look to the right. He's like, oh, did I know? Looks like you look to the right. You didn't look to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir.
It's like I think it's up and left or down and left means like you're trying to lie. If you look to the right and down, you're trying to like one place you're trying to pull back a fact, and one place you're lying. Is what they say. I don't know how true it is, but
I said, baby, he didn't come to play with his daughter. Now, did I like him per se? No. And then
no.
he's like, oh, did you vote for Trump? And he's like, oh, I was in Australia. Okay, sir, you don't have a job. And my thing is with that is like, she don't see red flags. He don't have a job. He's not stable. It's exciting to her, but it's just like, girl, he's not stable.
Mm-hmm.
Like he don't have a job. He don't have a plan. Somebody said that. Well, I'm sure maybe I said it. Like somebody said that he came to this. He was like he's looking for his next place to stay. Because you remember the other conversation? She's like, oh, Austin, and like he went to Austin, and she's like, you just don't go to Austin to just just go. He was like, well, she broke up with me, we stopped talking, and then it was like another girl in Florida or some shit in Chicago.
He needed somewhere to stay each time.
The tea on the street is that the Chicago girl might be Priyanka. I think she's
Uh-huh.
because one,
That came back later.
yes, one I was like, because he said that he didn't want to mess her experiences up. And I was like, Priyanka, I was like, and this is not like it's not a popular name in our society because we're not
Right.
Indian. It's an Indian name. So
Yeah.
if you hear that name, you're going to know
Mm-hmm.
that it's something else. So
And he was going on and on and about how he likes, typically dark hair, dark eye girls with dark hair, dark eyes.
and he would not tell Ashley the name if you notice that.
Mm-mm.
It's like, who's in Chicago? Who's in Chicago? He would not tell her the name. Okay, we got a comment. It was very annoying that she wasn't able to see through. Yes, girl,
Yes.
wake up. Yes, girl. Yes,
Yes.
girl, wake up. And I was just like, but also I was like, I don't know if she's just staying on here too to just get shine time because I'm just like, girl, your daddy grilled him, and but she did start grilling him to someone. Well, no, someone
Yeah.
started grilling him too with them questions. Okay, so because he got a LinkedIn message, I said, well, where did they find him at? What's I need to go look on his thing because like
And why are they doing recruitment via LinkedIn? Like, what is
because
really
they
going
want
on
people
with
because
with
they
the
want to pretend like they're
casting?
finding men with jobs because the whole thing is like these men don't have these jobs. So they're typing in Columbus and they're looking like, oh, is he cute? Like he could be cute.
He's nice looking. He's got a job because he's on LinkedIn. So let's reach out.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, yeah.
And then we see that he don't have a job.
He
So
don't
my
really got
whole thing
a
is
job.
like, I mean, and I'm not even gonna play because I actually like the nomad lifestyle. Like people don't know, but I love the nomad lifestyle.
Mhm.
But with him, and he has some really cool jobs, but it's just like, oh, now I'm looking to settle down. But then that's what the dad said. Dad said, are you ready to settle down? He's like,
Yeah.
but like, are you looking to move with someone else? Like, you're not ready to settle down because you don't even have a house together. Like, you're not situated. And your mom
Right.
hopping bops. You hopping bop. I'm used to hopping bopping, but one thing I am, baby, I'm a hopping bop and be a little stable and secure. Okay,
And
I'm
it's also, yeah, you don't have a clear story either. It
yeah,
doesn't make a lot of sense. Even
yeah,
if you've bounced around,
yeah.
typically people can say, I was here for 2 years and then I got this opportunity and I moved here for 2 years and then I got this opportunity and I moved here because people do travel and it's more accessible and that kind of to do that kind of stuff. But typically, either you got this like remote opportunity, you're an entrepreneur, there's some kind of underlying money that's sustaining you through all these places. Because how are you making it as a fisherman in Australia? Like, when did
I
you
said
learn that
officially
trade?
what? But no, you know how he was like, I got a severance and I traveled. Someone said you got laid off. I was we guys
Yeah,
are not rude, but I was like, okay, that's cool. Like we know he's not afraid to go places. Like
right.
that's cool to be a fisherman in Australia. But I'm like, what you coming about? Are you about to be a fisherman back here in America? We don't have fishermen.
Such a yeah. So what you
These jobs did not add up. They did not
no.
need a like. What are the jobs like? You about to move to Alaska? Because like I'm confused.
Literally, that's why I'm like, you're in Ohio trying to be a fisher. Like you like some this is
And
just
and
like
that's why, like, the soccer thing, I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like, okay, sir,
let it
that's been
go.
long gone. That was in college.
Yeah, it's like he's probably still wearing his high school Letterman jacket, is what it gives. Like, take it off, let it go.
Yes, and then he gonna tell the daddy, like, "Oh, I was in the finance industry." What is the finance industry? You talking about you done
Doing
crypto.
what?
Well, you don't have a job. You don't have like, you talking about you do crypto, day trading, and it's like, she's just like, "Oh, yeah, yeah," but it's just like,
Mhm.
"Girl, what are you like, wake up." Like,
And also like she's not picking up on the fact that he's pushing her to move and she's the one that has the stable job. Like she's talking about how she loves her job and all this kind of stuff.
he's over
And
here, like, pressing her.
yeah,
Oh, yes, because, they were even talking about
true.
exactly. Why go on the show for Ohio if you're trying to move? She craves stability and he does not yet. And then because I don't know what's up with this season, but these dudes are leaving. Like she was like, "Oh, we went out, but you left me, and I was ready to, like bum." But he's like, "Well, I'm not trying to get you pregnant." She's like, "I'm not trying to trap you." He's like, "Well, weren't you on your cycle or something?" What?
And she's like, I understand my own cycle. Like at a certain age you do. And so the fact that you're like questioning her about trying to trap you with a baby and trying to make you live in Ohio for forever, like what does settling down mean to you?
And right, like if you think she's going to trap you with a baby and you don't want to be in Ohio, why would you go on a show that is Love Is Blind Ohio?
You should have went to Love Is Blind Arizona.
Arizona, Australia, Florida,
Florida.
and Love Is Blind,
Love Is Blind
USA.
Australia for real.
Like what? and you're forcing her. She's like, I have this job, I have this job. She's like, okay, well, like maybe tomorrow. I'm like, how are you forcing a woman who has a job to move and you ain't got
And loves
no
her
job?
job. She talked about how she loves her job. She gets along
I
with
don't
her
even know what she
boss. She
is.
has
Oh, what she is.
flexibility. Like,
Mm-hmm. Love is Blind World Tour. Yes.
that's right. He need to
Love is
be on the
Blind
Love
World
is Blind
Tour.
bus. Yeah.
Oh, love is Blind on the bus.
Yeah. So he can
Like,
just go
we're
wherever he
heading
need
this,
to
we're heading
go.
yesterday. I'm
He
just
need to
like,
go on Love is Blind soccer edition.
soccer.
He
Like,
needs to do
what
something
is
else.
going on? I'm just like, what is happening? And then she starts grilling him about the girlfriend's a girl. She's like, no, I'm just asking. I'm like, girl, I was like, girl, stand up. Because he was
Because you could tell he was like yeah. That's when you at the right point.
yes, because she was like, okay, well, this happened in September. This was in October.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I did do this, but it doesn't sound good. But I wouldn't want to lie to you. She's like, okay. But one thing I can't stand is like when you can tell when they don't agree with anything, because like it'd be like, okay, like I didn't like that you said that, or like, why would you? They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, do y'all have any other word but yeah? Like the old MTV shows, yes, on the bus, yes,
Yes, the next bus.
yes. Like he needs to be next.
That's where he needs to be.
He needs to be next on next on the
100%.
bus. So yeah, I was like, they don't. I was like, we already know this is not going to work out.
No.
But everybody's trying to get to that altar, so I don't know. We'll see. But that's Ashley and Alex. Next, yes,
Exactly. And we get to some other people. It was more like room raiders. Y'all remember room raiders?
yes. You know who was a room raider? We could talk about her.
Okay.
Breezy,
the original room raider. Get out that man house like that.
Who was the original room raider? Do I have her on it? Oh, we can go down to her if we want to. Yes. Like, Bree and Connor. Bree.
Oh my god.
I was like, I think Connor thinks Bree is mean. Like, but he doesn't take anything seriously.
Right.
So it's kind of like, what is that in the middle? But she is very, very nitpicky. She was talking about how he had like a keg and stuff. Like, this is a boy's house. Like, shoot, at least he got a house. I'm not even trying to be funny. He
ain't Alex.
At least he has a house. Dudes don't even have. We see Alex. They don't even have a house. I always think about the room raider. Also, why didn't we do a room tour for Alex?
Right, because he didn't have a room.
Exactly. He probably was like, I was in an Airbnb. Exactly.
So I'm like, room to raid. Yeah.
But Brie did clock him because she was like, I can just go through this door. I'm like, dang, Brie, why you keep nagging? I was like, that's why men be like, women really do nag. Like, it's not that deep. But baby, she pushed that door, but he's like, whoa. Oh, like, yeah, you need to get that fixed. But then she's like raiding his room. She's like, you better have a headboard on there. I'm like, girl, like,
and his room was actually okay. It was the rest of the house that was kind of.
I was like, oh, she do talk a lot.
She does.
I was like, oh my gosh, she does. Like, at first I didn't notice how much she talked, but when she was like talking, and then like they were like, she's like, I'm gonna try hard. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna F. She's like, do you have to say that, girl?
What she reminds me of Hannah and Nick.
Hannah.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't remember the other. I can't remember his name.
His name was Nick, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah,
I wrote that. I said she reminds me of Hannah. I literally said that, like everything you're berating, like everything, but you want somebody to be there for you. I don't even know what she is, but I just know he does dumpsters. The door opening was hilarious. It was like, he said, I sell dumpsters.
I'm in the dumpster. I'm a blue collar man. I'm in the dumpster business.
Yes, so I don't know what she does, but that's all I know. But I was like, oh yeah, because he's at the Christmas trip. She's like, this is a frat house. He's like, I've never been in a frat. The boy didn't go to college. He don't know what a frat house is. He's blue collar, girl, blue collar. Girl, what? He don't know what no. He's like, what? And then he was like, he was like, the Christmas tree's up, so we could take it down together. So cute. She's like, it's January. Girl.
My Christmas tree was up until last week. So
okay, like girl, I was like, she's too strict. Because then you go to her house, and she has this. Her mama there. I was like, girl, but I was like, she's a nitpicker for real.
Is, for sure.
About, she was like this. She's like, this paper's from 2022. Girl, why you up in his business?
Down.
From 2021, probably. I ain't even open.
She gave me a bad taste in my mouth in the first 6 episodes that they released. So
yes, I was like, at first I did like her because it's funny because like her name is Brianna and she goes like Breezy, which I know is a girl that's like Brianna. She goes like Breezy. I was like, okay, and then she was like talking, but then I was like, when he was like she talks a lot, I was like, dang, she got on my nerves in Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I'm right. I was okay with her until after the pods. Once they came out the pods, It was a done deal for me.
Pressure up. Why doesn't I understood her like we did this experiment? Why doesn't nobody want to talk to me? Like why
Yeah.
act like that? But at one point, girl, you like what is that beating a dead horse? Like,
Yes.
girl, it is okay. They don't want you. You chose who you chose, and it's gonna be
Right.
okay. I agree. I don't think they will last. He will get annoyed of her real quick. At least that's what his body language gives me.
It's
Yeah,
like it gives that he's trying to like
he's
be
trying. He's
okay
like,
with
he
it, but
literally
at the
said,
end
"Why
of
are
the
you being
day,
mean?" He literally said, "Why are you being mean?" I was like, "Dang!" I was like, "Child." I was like, "Maybe, hopefully, I'm not mean, child." I was like, "Why are you being mean?"
that
Like,
poor Connor. Yeah.
yeah. He's like, "Oh, open the door." Dude, it's just like, girl, like you don't have to control everything. Like, it's okay, honey. But yeah, she when that I said, "Ooh, it's giving me Hannah." I couldn't remember his name, so thank you, Hannah.
It
And
was giving Hannah for sure. Big Hannah vibes.
okay, for real. I want to go to this next couple because it's just my thing. We're going to keep some people to last. Amber and
Yeah.
Jordan. Now, this
Yeah.
episode, I actually like. I like Jordan. His house. He got a house, okay, and I feel like his house showed his personality. I
Yeah.
don't know about the bed, but like I love like the downstairs, like the man cave. Oh,
Hmm.
Connor had a man cave like in his garage. She was like, "What?
Yeah.
You would rather have a man cave than park in
The place to
girl?"
park
Clearly, clearly, right? But
that's his garage.
I like Jordan's because it showed his personality. He had darts down there. He had like the movie thing. I was like, okay, he's like he gives me like fun teddy bear or whatever.
Hmm.
Amber
And
was
that feels consistent with how he's shown up in the other episodes.
yeah, and Amber was talking about his like bed or whatever. Like it was uncomfortable or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, like I could see that. I was like, I mean, I guess she liked him at first. I don't know if she liked him or not, but maybe she does
Hmm.
like him more now. But I was just like, did they talk about this in the pod? Because she lives in Mount Vernon and he lives
Hmm.
in Columbus.
Hmm.
Like, dang, but I guess Jordan meets Emma's baby daddy, and she's like talking
Yes.
about her baby. But I was like, that I looked up how far it was away. It's an hour away, Mount Vernon and Columbus. I have to do my research.
Gotta know the
So I
things.
was just like, she's like, well, because she's like, well, unless you want to drive to Mount Vernon all the time, or whatever. But like in his retrospect, he doesn't have a kid. You don't have to worry about school districts. You don't have to worry about anything like that. So
Yeah.
I want to be in the school district, and I think she has a nice house too. I don't know
She did.
where, like, I don't know. I can't really
But
remember.
she also said she didn't have to stay there. She bought that house because essentially like she got a good deal on it or something. It was a
Yes.
good like,
Mhm.
starter thing for her and her daughter, but she wasn't like she didn't have to stay there and that they could eventually look for a place together.
I can't remember. Was this the episode that she met his brother, or was it episode 8?
I don't remember either.
Okay, I gotta remember, but
I
maybe
feel like it was this one and maybe she met his sisters and his
oh,
mom later.
it was episode 8 that she met the brother. We'll
Oh,
keep
okay.
because it was the waffle maker. Okay, because I was gonna talk about that, but we'll just wait. But their favorite words, they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it would be great together. Yeah, I'd be like, y'all, let's get to the real tea. Let's
Let's
finances. You remember like season 1? They were, Barnett. They was like, okay, finances. What we gotta pay?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
like let's get into the tea. I don't want to hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, come on, come on. So that's them. And then Emma and Mike. Mike stressed me out. Mike is a Hannah. Little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you messy? Are you messy? Just put it together. Just stay motivated." She's like, "That's not motivating." I was
No,
so
it's not.
like telling me
It's
to be
not.
motivated is not motivating me. And then Emma was talking about like she's like, "We have court." She's like, "You do this." I said, "We are not going back and forth with like this court, that court. You don't
Yeah.
close the doors. You close the doors." I was like, "What?" Um, and then
Is this
she
where they meet his family or is that episode 8?
I think that's episode 8.
Okay.
Yes, that's episode 8. So we'll get into that. So that's why, like, that was just episode 7. But I think they were talking about kids or something like that, and I'm like, she told you in the
Kept talking about these kids that
past.
Emma said 19,000 times that she doesn't want right now, and she's not at the point where she wants to make the decision.
So why are we talking about kids? Let's get into it.
Like that should have been exclusionary in the pods if you wanted kids that bad and she wasn't wed to the idea of having kids. Like y'all, that should have been a done for you in the pods. You wanted to make it out the pods with somebody, and so you accepted it. Quit hassling her. Y'all agreed that it didn't have to happen right now.
And it's like, what are we doing? Why are we talking about this? The girl don't want kids. Point blank. Period. So I say this couple for last. Christine and Vic, because there's just some nuances, and I just heard some stuff online,
Oh, uh-huh.
and
Mhm.
so we're gonna talk about them.
Almost forgot who that was.
Girl, it's so easy. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought the mama was a grandma. That's all I gotta say. I
life
literally thought
life
the
has been hard for Christine's mom. But she said that actually in the pods. It actually has been hard for
and,
her. So
and we're gonna talk about that too. Actually, let's talk about that first because I just heard about it. They said if Christine was black, that they wouldn't have got together.
you don't think so?
No, because they're saying because if you think about it, Christine's mom was her life was hard. She got daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
She has unhealed trauma. If she was someone said if she was Keisha,
He would have been like, no.
yeah, you were like no, because you're not your parents are what they was they like on drugs or something like that? Or they was
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
alcoholic? If it
Mm-hmm.
was a black woman, they wouldn't be even talking because of what he was saying, talking about when Kevon was with Kenny, whatever, Tyler and them. They're like, he's like, oh, you dodge a bullet, but you got one because the girl that you married got unhealed trauma. Y'all brought
Got
it up.
issue. All of them got unhealed trauma and issues. Everybody was in the pod had an issue.
And so I was just like, that's actually like, would it if
Red
he was
flag.
black?
Yeah.
And I was like, you got you a white woman, and I don't even care. I honestly don't even care that you got a white woman, or whatever. But I just thought about that, like, oh, that's interesting because we talk about black women with daddy issues and stuff like that. And you're this black man, you want to be this pro black man, but then you're like, oh, I date anybody. You didn't say like, oh, well, I prefer to date black women. Oh, I date anybody. You date anybody with any races, and then later on, you're gonna be like, oh, well, yeah. What are you gonna tell our kids? What? That should
Yeah,
have
that was a
been
pod
talked in the pod.
conversation.
Like that should
Yeah.
be in the pod. So let's get back to the mama. Because I was like, she was like, I just find it strange, like a black man with locks on a dating show. And to that point, I said that
The
people were
mama said that?
yes. Well,
Oh.
she said with locks, yeah. She said a black man, yeah, she said a black no. She said I find it strange that like you're on here, like
Mm-hmm.
come on show. And I said a black man with locks on a dating show that's educated. Like, why did you find that
Mm-hmm.
strange? So I'm like, what part of it did you find strange?
Yeah, I wonder if she was like, I find it strange because he's so attractive, but
No.
also Christine is a pretty girl, so you could say the
Oh,
same
because she
about
wasn't that
her.
cute.
I think she's a pretty girl,
I don't
but
think
and I think all of them actually are conventionally attractive. So Love is Blind does this thing where they act like they pick people. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of what's his name?
Chris.
Chris. Yeah, Chris probably ain't that all that cute, but he's not like ooh,
Well, the
ooh.
girls always be
I'm
cuter
on a
than the
jump
guys.
scare. Yeah.
Yeah. But my thing, the girls are always cuter than the guys. But somebody was talking about this. They were talking about this on TikTok. They're like, if he's such a good man, he's educated, he's black. Well, they were saying he's a good respectability politics for that.
Right.
But they're like, why hasn't he found a man? Because like women will jump to that. Like a
Right.
man with a job, child, what a job, baby.
He got a place to stand like some people.
Okay. So yeah, I'm confused about that. But so she was just like, well,
But something about them is off.
but then the mom was like, not that you have to be dumb to go on the show. I was like, well, dang, you calling your daughter dumb,
Saying
girl?
about your daughter. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then I was like, are you saying your daughter's a pick me? Because like, why is she on the show? You know? But then she started talking about the dad. She said that her daddy was a jerk. Breezy's mom was saying that her daddy was a jerk.
Christine's mom.
Oop, child, Christine, yes. And that's why I was confused because the way that she was talking about him, she wasn't like, oh, my ex was a jerk or her. That's why I was like, who is this woman? I genuinely didn't know who the woman was.
No, she was the grandma.
The mom wanted Vic. She said he was hot. I wrote that down.
Oh, she loved that hug.
Yes,
I gotta go in for another one.
Yes, the meetings are boring, but I was like, I said, not the
did.
mom that thought that he was hot. He said, I was just like, did the mom like her? But I think this is my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they live together. And I think that they requested not to live together. And also, I think that they had separate rooms in Malibu. And that is why I think
we didn't see them.
Yes, that's why I think that Netflix didn't film them. Because we never go to their houses.
Yeah.
Christine took him to shoot somewhere he should have probably not even been, child, to be quite honest. And then he took her to his work, and I didn't really like that. Like, I was just like, you were kind of public.
Bring your girlfriend to work day. Bring your fiance to work day.
And it's like you're showing the school and where he's at. And I was like,
yeah,
like, as I don't even know what to say, but like, as a safety thing, I just really didn't care for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, I think that, but they were talking about religion a lot and stuff like that.
They
So I
were
think that they chose not to do, like, I think they
like
chose,
not to shack up.
yeah, basically. I think they chose like that. And so that's why I think Netflix really didn't show them, because it's like, you're not really going to get what you're like,
The
you're not going to
trauma and the
get that.
mess. Yeah.
And then also someone said that maybe the reason why, because we got a little bit of filming of them, but they were filming themselves, but maybe they was like, hey, now I can't see this. Like, we really only follow 6 couples. Now they might not be a good. So do y'all mind just like vlogging or whatever? Like, we know that
Mm-hmm.
you know who gets engaged. Like, just vlog y'all. We might just insert you. Cause I was like, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't know how people love. They're like, oh, I love them. I want to see them. I'm like, we don't see any of them. How do y'all
Yeah.
see people? I'm like, you can like people, but people be using this love word too crazy. Like, I love them. I love them. You don't know them, so you might like them,
You
but like,
don't love them. Yeah.
we're not even seeing anything. But baby,
And
Vic,
I think that is true. I think they need a like a protagonist couple. Like clearly the rest of these people got some messy stuff going on. These
so y'all
people are
just film over
maybe they're
there.
like marketing them as like the Lauren and Cameron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the people
And someone's
who
like, they're not even Lauren and Cameron though. Yeah, it's like,
it
but it's like
ain't
opposite, because we're really always like, I wouldn't even say they're Lauren and Cameron, because we're always used to black men choosing white women. So it's not even
true.
nothing new. The
I'm
Lauren and
just saying like the wholesome feeling
yeah.
like the
Oh,
wholesome
yeah.
couple.
But I'm like, we're not even getting that, because we're literally not seeing them do anything. Like, I think that's my biggest thing is like, we didn't get to watch them fall in love. We see montage.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Lauren and Cameron, we really got to see them like talk and
True.
fall in love and stuff. So we were more invested. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
invested in the couple that I see like, oh yeah, she took me to my take your girlfriend to work today. But baby, he prayed at that thing. That mama was, oh, I like Vic. I love him.
She like Vic regard when Vic walked in that door and she seen all that man, she said
Tall.
absolutely.
And guess what, y'all? His
Uh-huh.
mama name is Victoria. I said, of course, but he's
I
Grenadian.
pray for my people. I pray
Caribbean.
for my people that have to have your kids got to have part of their dad's name or
Yeah.
your
No,
mama's.
it's part of the mom's name though. That's the
Yeah,
fun.
that's what I'm saying, or the
Oh,
mama's.
okay, yeah. I was like, it's
Got
part
to
of the
keep the name
mom's
of the
name.
family.
But I did not know her mom was gonna be that old, so I was like, oh, okay.
That did take me. The grandmama was the baby. I said, oh, okay.
I said, okay. And
Christine's
she's like,
mama,
when
she
y'all
had a hard
having
life.
kids, she's like, when y'all having kids and asking, I'm like, good gosh, asking about grandkids. They literally just met 2 weeks ago.
Can
Like what?
you wait till after the wedding? The wedding was fast. Can you not wait till afterwards?
Okay. I got some tea, so I got some tea later. I'm
Oh,
gonna share the tea about some of the couples that I got if y'all want to know about it. But I was like, I didn't really care how Vic was like, oh, we both had sacrificial moms and stuff like that. And so they were talking about like Vic's coming off like this savior complex or whatever, like, oh, I
mm-hmm.
want to save you, I want to save you. But it's like, why are we talking about our moms were sacrificial? I don't want you saying my mom was I don't want you saying your mom sacrificed or this sacrifice, because then it's just like you want me to sacrifice. And no, I'm not doing that. And I was like, I don't like the way he talks. He's like, oh yeah, you can get it, you're strong, or my mom was strong and this like that. Baby, was you strong because your sister had to go and get that man and tell him what was not going to happen?
Right.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's like, hey, Lex, wake me up. I didn't even notice that was you, girl. Hey, girl, thanks for joining. Um, and so I was like, I don't really like that, because it's too much. It's like, oh, you got to be strong. You got to be like, why do we have to be strong in relationships? I don't understand the concept.
It did feel like a lot of their conversation back and forth in the pod was their trauma around their parents or around their moms. Like it was feels like that was the heaviest part of their conversation, and then you don't get much else of them until they're talking about, like you were saying, until they're talking about the possibility of them having biracial kids.
Yes, literally. I'm like, what is going on? So I was just like, people say they love them. But I'm like, we don't see enough of them. But I that's my personal opinion. They're talking because I don't believe the budget thing, and I don't believe that they couldn't follow these ones, because you chose who you wanted to follow in a sense, maybe. But I feel
Yeah,
like they've had all. I feel like they had all this budget, and because Christine and Vic was the first ones.
yeah.
Y'all did them dirty. And is it because it's a black man? Because y'all did them dirty. Because y'all filming all the white people.
And they, yeah, yeah. Also, like, because they were the first ones, you would think they had more time.
Yeah. And that's why I was confused, because I was like, do they stay? Because when they were filming and chopping it up, I feel like they put it up in the front, because we still see them in the pods later on when everybody else is getting married. He's talking to Kim.
True.
I was like, what is the filming aspect?
It did get confusing. Like even at a point, I don't know if this was probably later in the episode. So, But even there was a conversation between what is her name? Devontae and what's
And
the
Brittany,
girl's name?
Devontae,
Brittany.
Brittany. Mm-hmm.
That it was like, didn't y'all have this exact same conversation in Mexico?
Yeah, it kind of shows that.
It
That's why.
sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'm confused about how they did that there. So that was that episode. But baby, I was like, this is very interesting. And I was just like, I wonder like who's gonna make it, who's not gonna make
Yeah.
it.
It was given nobody makes it like the last season. It really
Oh, that's what I
was.
was gonna say too. They was like, someone was like, Netflix couldn't have two bad seasons. Like they have to have one good couple because they're like they want people to come back. So it's like,
Hmm.
okay, last season was a fluke. Like this season can't be a fluke. So that's why they have like they have that hopeful thing. But it's like so much that we talk about, even like America's Next Top Model. People want that drama, but some
Hmm.
people want to know is love is blind. If love is blind,
Yeah.
so therefore I personally would love to see a cute love story because that shows like, okay, love is blind. We already know love is not blind in general. We've seen it every freaking season.
We've
Give
seen
us
it.
some hope that love is truly blind.
Hmm.
What are you doing? So that was episode 7. Okay, we're gonna move on to episode 8. This is when Emma and Mike meet Mike's parents. Did you know
Yeah.
Mike was Italian?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I didn't
I
know that he
think
was
so.
Italian.
I think no, actually I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was Italian, but maybe when they sat down, them parents was
Italian.
ready. We Italian,
Big
okay,
Italian. Okay. They said I stand in my Italianness. I will not
okay,
be anything else.
okay. I was okay. Mike is Italian. Didn't know that,
They
but
said, what are you? Because we're Italian.
yes, literally like, what are you? Who are you? But the parents was really annoying because they was grilling her about the experience, like about her experience. The dad bringing up kids. They're like, and the mom was like, the main answer like, do you want kids? Do you want kids? And the dad's like, where you from? Who are you? Like, what's your ethnicity or something like that? He was saying,
Hmm.
isn't she? She's Chinese. Child, I don't know. Is
She's
she Chinese?
Chinese, but was Chinese, but was adopted. Didn't grow up with,
Yeah.
she grew up
Oh,
with
yeah,
white
not
people.
that part. I didn't really care for her when she's like, yeah, I'm Chinese, but my mother, my dad, and my sister are all white. Girl, just say your family, your adopted family is
Yeah.
white. I was confused about that. And then they were trying to tell her how to say a word or something like that. They're like, we say this, we say that.
Coffee.
Is this a coffee? Is this a language class?
Girl, I'm
Are y'all
from
speaking Italian?
Ohio. Yeah.
But I'm talking about even the Italy people. Like, are y'all speaking Italian? Like, why are y'all trying to correct me on my words? Like, this is a meet and greet. And right now, no, thank you. And then they're like, oh, do you want kids? And they're like, oh, yeah, she wants kids. And then, like, well, he wants kids and she wants kids. And they're like, oh, taking aback about it and stuff like that. And then the dad was saying something. I forgot really what the dad was talking about, but
Well, they were trying to ask about kids, and then eventually she finally like opened up that, like, she
so why
had the
she don't want to
issue
have
with the
kids.
birthmarks, and they were
Mhm.
precancerous, and so that's why she's been hesitant.
Oh,
She
yeah,
doesn't know what all she's passing down to her kids, so she doesn't know her biological family at all, that kind of stuff.
and the dad was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I'm like, Emma, did you want to tell people that? Or did you not want to tell people? I was confused. I'm like, do you not want people to know or do you want people to know?
I just never understood him, and I feel like everybody's story is their own story, and you need to be comfortable telling your story when you're ready. But you got on this show that is really intense, like it's really in your business. And I don't know, even in the pod she was on, that same kind of stuff. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to share with people why you're so reserved. Like,
She
it's,
was
or they're
making
just
me
not gonna
so
want to talk
mad.
to you.
Yeah, she was making me so mad. She's like, why are you asking this question? Right. I'm like, girl, you're saying like this happened. Like, our stand 10 toes down. I don't want kids because I was adopted. That's all
And
you
I
have to
don't know
say.
my family history, and I don't know what I would pass down to kids.
I'm like, that's all. She's like, you making it so thing like, and I'm not saying that this was good, but even when Chris was like, he was trying to change the subject, like, even though that was creepy, he was trying to change the subject because you was like, I don't feel comfortable. Well, he like, well, when
Okay.
you have your first kiss, when she's like, I didn't kiss anybody in high school because I'm like, girl, calm down. Yeah, but it's like,
Nobody likes me.
yeah. So I'm like, you can't be mad that like you're literally in a pod. People are going to ask you questions.
Yeah. And I
Like,
think it was like this stark contrast of like, he's asking you, like you said, he's asking you these questions because you clearly don't want to talk about whatever it was that you were just talking about. And if you don't also want to talk about what he's asking you about, then start a different conversation with him.
oh,
Because
yeah, she was offended. She was like, because he was like, oh, we're late bloomer. She said, I'm not a late bloomer, girl. Well, she really isn't because she's like 27, but they don't know your age.
And also, like, they don't know your ethnicity. So if you're saying, like, because I was the only Asian person in my school, and so, boys were looking for other white girls or whatever, they're not understanding that through a wall where they don't know your ethnicity.
Yes. And she's just
So
like,
they don't know
oh,
who they're talking to on the other side of the
yeah,
wall.
like, oh, I was adopted. Okay, that's cool. Like you were adopted. But it's like, girl, what else is your story? But then, yeah, it's like, what else is your story? They were like, it was like she was holding on to that. Like, I'm adopted. I have these scars. Okay, honey, yes, we get that. But you're not healed from it. Someone said they don't need to be going down the alley,
Yeah.
going to therapy. And I think
Yeah.
she needs to go to therapy because, like, it's sad and it's unfortunate. Like, you don't know your family. I thought Mike was really sweet when he was like, oh, you can get genetic testing. Like, I thought that was really
Mm-hmm.
cool. But it's also like you're kind of forcing her, like, she doesn't know she wants kids at all.
Yeah.
If you want kids and you want to
For
pass
sure.
line, baby, you need to go
And I
somewhere.
don't think he was honest with himself. You want kids for sure.
Oh yes,
You're
because
not
he came out,
indifferent about if you
he
want
said
kids or
my
not.
friend had a kid, my other friend had a kid. I seen pictures. Okay, baby, you knew this before going into the bar. You
You
want
knew
kids,
you wanted kids. So
and
to
that's not
allow her to say
like.
she didn't want kids, that should have been enough for you to be like, okay, close my
But
notebook, move
Emma
to the
was
next one.
also that was her second choice. I think she really wanted Connor. Connor
Right.
wanted Breezy, and she
Right.
didn't want
And
Chris.
Breezy wanted Chris. Okay.
So I'm like, I feel like people are doing certain things to stay on the show
Yeah, true.
because there's
Okay,
just
yeah.
no way. Like, there's just no way that you didn't want kids. You're getting with a girl who's like this, but then because then in the posse, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to convince you. I'm going to convince you. Then when you get out the posse, I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to convince you, but I really want kids. The girl and honestly, I was like, we don't even like at this point. We really have to quit asking people why they don't want kids because that's dramatic too. Because it's
And
just
just let it be.
like, why do you want kids or why don't you want kids? But then also like she's saying that she doesn't want kids and that should be it. Like she's like, I don't want kids. She's told you that.
And yeah, and you know you want them.
So clearly that's a deal breaker.
Right.
So you need to go on with your life.
Please. Please.
Because I'm tired of kids being the topic of conversation. Next.
And if y'all don't make it to the aisle because of this, y'all knew.
You said what?
You just wasted all of our time. I said if they don't make it to the aisle because of that, y'all knew that at the beginning.
Literally. Oh snaps! This was Jordan and Amber. We talked about it on the last episode, but it's this episode, because this is when they went to the house, and I said the basement. So this was episode 8, but he met the brother, Jordan brother. Everybody said they look like they're brothers.
Yes, okay, that's what I thought. Actually, that is what I thought. I forgot that was actually Amber's brother and not Jordan's brother.
No, that is what it is.
It's Amber's brother, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Earlier when we were talking, I was like, oh no, she met his brother and then met his sisters. That was Amber's brother. It was never Jordan's brother.
Yes. But people said that they look alike. I was so weak. And
they
then Amber can cook, right? Because they were talking about this
waffle. No, Jordan can. Jordan can cook. Amber makes waffles.
Amber makes waffles. They talking about the waffle. That's me.
Right. I do this one thing.
Yes, but they like got along, so that was cool. Then she showed them the house and stuff like that. Not too much about them, really. I think. I don't know. I feel like. Well, he didn't meet Emma unless it wasn't on camera yet. I don't know if they're going to meet later on. I feel like they get
He just met her dad.
Oh yeah, I feel like they get a little camera time, but I'm like, maybe they should get some more camera time. I don't know.
I would be more interested in their dynamic. I feel like they're saving their camera time to whenever this next episode comes up or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like they get a little bit of camera time, like you see their houses, but I don't know if we see as much as them like being in the house together because it was in the beginning. But they
don't know if that's because Amber doesn't want Emma on the.
That's what I was. And then if she's like going to go see them, I don't know. This season, baby, I'm like, do anybody have jobs? Because maybe the other season they're like, oh, I just got off of work. Oh, I just got off of work, baby. These seasons, baby, they use their whole vacation because Jessica said she used her whole vacation. So that's what's wrong with the U.S. Vacations, baby. You only get about 2 weeks for vacation.
That is very true.
Tyler she used her vacation too. No, man, I'm not using my vacation for the show because it comes out and it wasn't worth it.
And for that to be the
outcome, no, thank you. I'm not using
my vacation. I didn't use it on my PTO.
I would be so hot.
I
That's a
can't even take a mental health day. I gotta go straight back to work as soon as I get back.
that's
No,
another conversation. Like, no, thank you. But I
no.
was like, these people ain't going to work, child. Y'all ain't got jobs, child. What's going
They
on?
must got good no jobs or good jobs that let them be gone for months at a time.
Okay, I am so confused. Okay. Oh, that's when we talked about it earlier too. Oh, my thing is in this episode, let's talk about Alex and Ashley real quick. Alex left the apartment. I'm like, where are these men going? Where are
They
y'all
don't got
going?
nowhere to go.
Where are y'all going?
Alex definitely don't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, but they he went somewhere though, because then he came back and he was like, what are you talking about? Oh, this is what we talked about this wrong episode, child, but they were talking about having sex, and she's like, we haven't had
Yeah.
sex since like Mexico or whatever. He's like, what? And then I forgot what happened. I just feel like these women, like I said before, these women always give so much grace, but these men do not give grace. Because he was like, well, why don't you tell me that you want it? Well, why don't you tell me? Well, why don't you?
Who's going to be the boys?
Who's gonna be the man?
Yeah, between him and I think it was Chris. I don't know. I'm like, y'all just crying and nagging all damn day. Like,
Like,
please.
yeah, and I was just like, what? He was like, well, you didn't tell me. Well, you didn't tell me. Well, why are you leaving? She was like, well, we were like cuddling or something like that. Why are you leaving? And where, like, that's what I'm saying. Where are you going at 10 o'clock at night? You don't even have nowhere to go. And Chris left too. Where are y'all going? Why are y'all leaving your
Up to
fiance?
no good.
Baby, location needs to be tracked.
Up
Okay.
to no good. Like what was his name? What was that season? That went and met up with one of the old girls, remember? And he got caught. And they broke up, but I can't remember his name.
Yes. That was like, was that Austin?
Maybe.
Houston? No, it wasn't Houston.
No, it was DC.
DC. Oh,
Wasn't it?
He met up with a girl after some event or something like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, DC. I forgot when it was.
I don't know. It might not have
I
been DC.
I do remember that. So that was Jordan Amber. Okay, Bree, back to Bree and Connor. I said Bree's too serious. She nags, child. He said, is love really blind? Because baby child. There's that. We're gonna get into Chris and Jess. These men really be talking about they aren't attracted to their women, and they be about 5 out of 10s.
Let's get into that. Because what do you mean you're not? Wasn't the whole purpose of this that regardless of what showed up on the other side of that door, you were prepared to marry it?
That's what they say.
And then on top of that, you have these conventionally attractive people who now you're not attracted to because you want her to do Pilates. But when you're looking at, even if you look at Breezy,
she's not doing Pilates.
What does the body, like, what different does the body give? It's not like it don't give nothing. I'm sure she's fine, but like it doesn't really give major differences.
Well, someone said this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but someone said that Jess looked like she used to be bigger
and lost weight.
Yes, that's what someone said.
Yeah, and so I can see that.
Oh, you can't? I can't dang tell. I don't know.
But it doesn't just look like she might need to not need to tone, but it doesn't look. Maybe it doesn't look like her body is toned, but I wouldn't necessarily say that Bree's body looked like it's toned. I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell either. But I'm like, but if she has like loose skin, then maybe it looks a little different. Not saying that she does. I don't know. But somebody said that, and I was like, maybe he's saying that he's not attracted to the loose skin. I don't know.
But that's also ignorant because Pilates is not going to fix your loose skin if you lost a lot of weight. Like that's something you really don't have control over.
Yes, so it's right. You know, so and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's what I think that he's trying to say. Because if he's like Pilates, everybody's saying that that's fake too. But like, if he's saying Pilates, like the girls, you know, because Raven said don't put me in there, but you know, Raven was a Pilates girl, so it's like tone is this. So maybe he's looking for like more of a tone girl.
Mm-hmm.
Not that tone.
But you should have went on Love is Pilates. And you should not Love is Blind.
Love is Pilates.
You should have went on Love is CrossFit.
You should have went on
Love is Blind.
You should have went on. Do you go to Pilates?
Right. You should have went on My Gym Buddy and not Love is Blind, because I'm very confused as to what you thought you were coming out of this with.
You should have went on Gym is Life.
Gym and Love. Like I don't understand, Chris. I really don't.
But then I'm like, you look like you don't even go to the gym.
And Love is Pilates because that's what that boy wanted.
Yeah,
All
you
he
really
wanted was a
know.
Lululemon set and some Pilates
And
machinery.
baby, she said she's too busy to go because my girl's a
He said,
doctor.
"Baby, I have a job. I save lives."
And honestly, what does Chris do? A dang sales manager. What is that?
What
What are
is
you
that?
selling? Lies?
That
Yeah,
is just a title. That's
literally.
one of
She's
them
an
titles that just
internal
get made up.
doctor. Period. We're gonna get into her a little bit later because we're gonna talk
Yes.
about her house and everything. But that, yeah.
Yes.
But I was just like, boy, you are a 5 and literally 5 foot. I'm just kidding. I don't know how tall he is,
Five
but
five. Okay.
okay. Like you
A
need
five in looks and a 5 foot even in height.
you need to calm down. The memes
Yes.
are cracking me up on Instagram. The memes on
Like nobody
Facebook.
has time for you, troll house. Like,
And then they
please.
say he lives in delusion because they said his face. I can't even find his Instagram, but they said his Instagram picture was like a modeling picture, but it was like he doesn't even look like that. Like his face, it was like longer hair, something like that. They was like, okay, he lives in delusion,
Yeah,
clearly
he's delusional.
delusional. Let's get into Christine and Vic because this was
Okay.
confusing to me. Oh, Vic. Okay, so they were talking about how like, well, they were talking about I don't want to say conservative, but I've seen stuff as like they're trying to portray this thing or whatever. But like Vic and Christine was walking, I guess, to his job, and it just gave me like it was just like a ick to me because like I think like these people was kissing her, like the frogs were kissing. He's like, close your eyes, cover your eyes, boy. How old are you? And how old is Bree? And how old is
Yeah, y'all too grown for that for
He's
real.
like cover your eyes. And they was talking about like kids, and they were like, oh, they're like, yeah, maybe like a 2 year window. Christine was like, our parents are aging. Oh, we could tell, girl. Um, and
Get
then
off Christine's mom.
they was talking about their parents aging. I didn't care for like why didn't we not see Victoria? But hey, I don't know where Victoria lives either. But I was
Yeah.
like, why didn't we get to meet his mama?
That's
Um,
what I'm also concerned about that.
And then they were talking about the virus. Then they started talking about biracial child, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm from this rural area. I'll take you there. Horses and cows and bears, child." No, and they was talking about raising a biracial child, and then he's doing
Yeah.
the speech. Someone's like this, like, but she's like, "I don't know." Like, she's like, "Well, I don't know because I won't be able to relate to my child." Why are you with a black man? You already knew that you wouldn't be able to relate to a mixed child, right? Why are you going for black men? Okay.
That's your child at the end of the day.
And then Vic is school. But I said Vic was schooling Christine about the systematic racism, but
He wa- he was he was
your
he
kid's
was
about to
he did a
fall
decent
into it.
job for sure.
Yeah, but I'm like, your kid's about to fall into it though. But hey, it's cool. But he was schooling her. Okay. I said Vic need to have a conversation with Devontae, not Devo.
Hello.
um,
Somebody got to talk to
and but then I said, why are they in the park, child? I said, let's find them a home. Like we didn't go
him.
to either house of theirs. No how like
They
where
ain't got
is
no
the
house like
home?
Alex. Yeah.
Like where is the house?
The mama even had a home.
Okay, sitting up there. And then he was like, I said, okay, Vic was moved because he's like, he likes his view or whatever. And she was like, he was like, he likes his view. And she's like, the trees. He's like, no, you. I said, okay, Barry, Vic could talk some. Okay. He was trying to be a little
He
smooth.
do got a nice voice. Even the sound of his voice is
His voice
nice.
is nice. Yeah,
The mama liked that too, I
they said the
think.
voice was deep. That's probably how she knew he
The
was black.
voice was very deep.
But I said we need to see more of them because like I'm not really following and I'm not falling in love or like whatever if this is a propaganda or if this is like a thing
Not
like
propaganda.
yeah, propaganda like I said baby the interracial couples are up this one child this season. Them, Brittany and Devontae child,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I'm not really like I'm not like, oh my gosh, I love them so much. I'm like, y'all need to know. Do y'all know what love is? Because I don't love them so much. I don't even know these people, honestly.
But they do feel kind of like, what's the word?
Promising or like good, like wholesome.
No, like
Um,
boring, but like normal. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's not all the drama that the other couples feel like that they're having.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, is it boring? We don't even know if they're boring. They're not
We
going on.
don't know.
We don't know if they're boring, and it's just like I hate like well because they said Brett and Tiffany boring. Like, yeah, they're boring, but you don't even know. Like, people want real life conversations, and I was
Yeah,
just like, we don't. But I'm like, they're boring. We love. I can't love boring, just like I can't love without like I can't love drama. Like I don't love so much drama, and I don't love boring.
right.
But I don't think that like we need to quit saying boring is just like normal conversations, but we don't have enough to judge them off. Like if maybe we see them in the house and they weren't talking about it, if they said like we can't really judge them off and say that they're boring because we're not
We don't
really
see them
seeing
enough.
yeah, we're not really seeing anything. And you trying to show a black man have a job? Why didn't nobody else take their part into where they lived at?
Also, I did see that man. He was working on Stata. He was doing some quantitative analysis on Stata. I
Who?
said, I know that program.
Oh,
Vic was.
Nick.
I know
They
that
say black
program.
people love quantitative analysis. Don't give me quantitative or qualitative. I don't need to know neither one of them, baby. Don't give me neither one.
I said, is that Stata?
But I was just like, why did we see them? And then let's get to Brittany Devontae because did we see their houses?
Please.
Did we see their houses?
No, I feel like they were like in a staged apartment. It felt like we went because we seen. We also didn't meet Devontae's family, did we?
Sure
We
did.
only seen Brittany's
And
family.
that's what I need to see is Devontae's family.
Hello, I need to get a hold of that mama, and I need to see them siblings.
Yes, them.
'Cause he
He
got
said
like
he
six
had
of them,
four.
right?
He said, "Yeah." I said, oh, are they black? Or are they white? That's what I need to
Yeah,
see.
I need to see them siblings, and I need
But
to see
yeah,
that
we
mom.
didn't see their family. But I was like,
Because why would she name you Devontae and your daddy ain't around, and you
well,
biracial?
he probably was around. Well, he probably was around when then something happened. But the fact that he goes by Devo. But I said the daddy knew you was a brother because he said, "Welcome to the family, brother."
Brother.
So I knew he was pissed
Yeah,
at that comment.
he didn't like that.
But yeah, but I was like, we didn't see their houses. Like, I really don't think we see their apartments. We see them living together, and she's like, "Oh, you're so Christ like." Is he's been treating you like not like Christ this whole entire time?
Like
Yeah, and like you're in the bed with him. Is he Christ like because you gave him some? No, no,
after you didn't want to give him none, and you gave him some hoping that would make y'all's connection stronger, and then you're still complaining that he's not calling you pretty, and you're a gorgeous girl.
I mean, drop down. She is her and Jessica. Like, well,
They
I
are
think
very pretty girls.
Brittany and Jessica, and then she said
And
yes.
he kind of don't. He's not all that for real.
No, not even kind of. Not. No.
He's not. He's not the baddest.
He would be cuter maybe if he like went by Devontae and like he
If
had
he
like
actually like Devontae.
yeah, it's not given. And she's like, yes, not. Oh, she was saying, oh, when they met the family, she's like, yes, my husband needs to cook. I said, period, girl. She said, are we both going to starve? I said, period, girl, because she's a nurse.
I did feel that.
Y'all need to get the nurses and doctors and me. We don't cook. So y'all just need to know that. And then she said, oh, I was like, you're not gonna like this one. They said, is divorce an option? No. How do you feel about that? I said, Audrey don't like that. They was like, that's manipulation. She was talking about like divorce is not an option.
Everything, like, you can't say that because I think that's dangerous. Not that you have to treat divorce like it's always on the table, but it's like that's dangerous because there are certain situations where divorce absolutely needs to be the option. And so for people to keep pushing this, like, divorce is not an option. No, it's not where we start, but it's definitely an option because if that puts people in dangerous situations, I don't love that.
I think it's because people are like the covenant says to death do us part, so that's why
Absolutely.
divorce is an option.
But if I
it sounds good
if
in
I could get
theory.
Jesus on speaker on this live right now, he'd probably be like, "Yeah, if he punched you, you could go."
Yeah, like I think it sounds good in theory because even
it does.
If we want to talk about the Bible, even the Bible they say men was getting divorced for a petty crime. So I think it sounds good in theory. Like divorce is not an option, but I think like if it get like until it gets toxic, like so like I don't know, like Brian kind of like while they said like like you keep the heat on 70. I want the heat on 68. Like, divorce is not an option.
That's so it's not a divorceable moment.
Like it's not a divorce thing. I think that's what people say, but then it gets kind of like problematic when it's like toxic. Like divorce ain't an option when he's beating you upside your head.
Or y'all are constantly just in an unhealthy dynamic. Like actually, for the best of both of y'all, it might need to be an option.
Yeah, actually,
it might actually be an option that you choose.
Yes, it actually needs to be an option.
And I think that also puts people in a place where they don't get to learn and grow from a relationship because you definitely like. I mean, I guess maybe that stops people from getting in marriages that they don't really want to be in if they think that divorce is not the option. So. But yeah, I don't love that as a phrase.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like what they say. It's like a double-edged sword.
It is, and especially if you're building a marriage off of already shaky territory, because that's literally what they're doing.
You shouldn't even get married if it's a little shaky.
Yeah.
Like they say, like don't get married. Like if he was like being abusive or something like that, or if he was being like manipulative like before or whatever, like or if she wasn't cooking him like that's not going to change when you get married. Like
right,
the stuff is not going to change. It's just going to enhance because now you're binded legally.
right now it's harder to go. So it's already harder to leave that kind of a relationship. So
That's why some people don't get married because they're like, I just want to leave. I don't have to want to deal with any of this stuff. And period.
yeah, and they got all kind of stuff to deal with after you get married if you leave.
Yeah,
So
there's that. Now we're heading to our last. I was trying to get this, but we're gonna get a little over. Our last episode is episode 9, and then after that, some spoilers we're gonna talk. But episode 9, let's get into this. Jess and Chris.
yes, please.
Chris is literally a jerk.
He is.
So they break up. We have one couple down. He didn't find her attractive.
He's a little gremlin.
And that you was looking at your second option, which was Breezy, which is trifling because she's with Connor.
And also, like,
I was like, isn't Breezy like, is Breezy taller than Jess?
Yeah. Jess says she's like 5 foot clear. Like, she's not. Because remember, Chris was like, she was talking about how she wore like 6-inch heels and stuff in the pods. And Chris was like, oh, he was nervous that, you know, in her heels that she would be taller than him because he's not tall.
I don't even.
She was like, no, I'm not. She's not tall enough in any kind of heels to be taller than most people. Is what she was saying.
Oh, so she's short.
Yeah, she had mentioned being short in the pods.
Okay, and then he was like, love is he was giving. I don't know. He was giving conservative or whatever, but he was like, love is. He was like, love is not blind. He's like something about love is not blind. He's like, even when we fornicate, boy, what you were not talking about fornicating. Yeah,
he made me mad.
You already had sex. Now you want to talk about
fornicating. And then you're talking about it's bad. Like on national TV, you're weird. Like, be for real.
Yeah, like he said something. I'm like, so you're fornicating? Are you like you're saying like it was like you say like, oh, we're fornicating, but you already had sex. You didn't feel bad when you was having sex,
right?
And then if you're gonna bring in these like religious views, you're being nasty, you're being rude. And if you was real,
so nasty,
you wouldn't even have sex. Rude. You wouldn't even have sex with her in the end, so you wouldn't even have known that.
Yeah.
But you wanted to sit there and just have sex with her and then just try to dog her. People saying that he really seen that she had too much money because she said she got a 4-bedroom house. She a doctor. They was like, he couldn't keep up with that.
He definitely, you could tell he felt insecure in the way that he was even talking about her, and then insecure about Connor. And the way he was talking about Connor too.
Kids, and Chris was like, oh yeah, because I was listening to interviews and Jess was like, he wasn't talking to me like he was talking to Bree, talking about submissive. But did you see just like, I don't want kids? And he's like, yeah, I don't want kids either. Like, I don't care if I had kids. They're like, he's just talking to whatever to say, whoever. Yeah. Like, that's just what he does. And I was like, that's interesting because he's like, I'm just being honest. I'm like, people do think just because you're being honest means that they could take whatever you want. You see how that girl got her right of that house. She said, okay, bye. And she the next day. Like, you telling everything, like they just have to deal with it. Like, I hate that. Like, you want me to be honest, just because you're being honest does not mean that
you don't have to be rude.
And telling her like, I don't find you attractive because you do Pilates. How about you be honest with yourself and say the real reason?
And say you're insecure.
You can't
makes you feel insecure. Like, you can't afford me.
I'm just like, what? So that was crazy. And for him to like go and talk about her, we can get about to that when we go. Well, later. I'm doing season, but for him to say like, "Oh, she's not good in bed," and like, "Oh, I'm not attracted."
So weird.
Her, because she doesn't do Pilates and like,
and then trying to get Breezy to admit that Connor wasn't good in bed because he's like, "So is it the best that you've ever had, though?" And she's like, "I mean, it's good."
Yeah, I was like, "Bree, girl." She's like, well, no, she said, yeah, she said, no, but it's good.
It's good. It's not like the best, but it's good.
Like, he is betting you. And Chris ain't even that cute. He look crazy to me.
He does. Look like a little leprechaun.
Like, get out of here, boy.
He got the ears and everything. Like, and I like a short king.
Someone was saying,
but no.
Someone was saying that his ears was weird or something. Like his ears.
Yeah, they're pointing like a little leprechaun. Look like the Keebler elf.
Yes.
On the little cookies.
That was funny. So I mean, I guess we can. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what about Bree and Connor. I just have it written down like okay. Bree, I have it written down in how it went. But Bree, like I said, she's overbearing and is mad about this house. I said she gave Hannah from the DC season, but he messaged her. Like, I swore he messaged her or something like that. He texted her. I was like, this is Chris. So yeah, Chris texted her. And then you in Connor's face, then you talking like, oh, I don't care. It's just like, you're a horrible person.
Yeah, he's bad. He's all around bad.
They was like, I was in this Facebook group. They was like, yeah, just so you know, he don't give a F. He don't give a F. I was so confused. I was like, 20 times. Like, yes, you doing like you're drunk. You're
Yeah,
drunk.
you're drunk. You're a drunk mess. You're messy. And yeah, you're not a good person.
You're not a good person. So
Literally, you're a hater for real.
well, he's like, I guess they say top villain. He's like the worst of them. The next one is Alex. I said the fact that they say Alex is a soccer coach when he doesn't have a job is crazy. They just added soccer coach. They couldn't even give him crypto man. They said soccer coach.
Soccer
That
coach,
boy
because
ain't
he
coach
doesn't
soccer.
really he's really not
Oh,
employed.
oh yes, we forgot about this part. When the mom and her talk, she's like, so about the exes, and then she's like, yeah, he's like a person. I just wish that he could do soccer because like he really loved it. That don't bring them in. And she's like, yeah, she literally told Ashley he is not the type of person for a sit down job. That tells you everything.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to sit down. He
He
don't
don't
want to be
job.
down. He don't want to be confined to a spot. She's like, yeah, he just needs to do something because he's a good person. She's like, yeah. So she's like, yeah. So about the exes, when was the She's like, okay. I was like, interesting. Oh, and he doesn't have a good relationship with his dad, right?
Mm-mm.
So
He said he met his dad in China. Is that what he said, or
something like that. Oh yeah,
something like that?
did his dad go and have another
Hong
family?
Kong? I don't know. He met his dad somewhere, not in the U.S.
Yeah, but doesn't his dad have like another family?
Yes.
Yes, that's crazy work. Okay. Um, yeah, oh, this is the part when I said Vic and Christine, they were showing the building where he's like, yeah, I work in this building. Okay, we already talked about that. Don't be showing me that stuff. And then, like I said, we didn't see him meet her family, but she took him to the country, the horse, and he was over there shucking and jiving. Oh,
She was like, I don't bring people out here. I don't bring people.
well, duh, girl, you from the country. You from a small town. Who you gonna bring out there? Who you bringing out?
What do you mean you don't bring people out here? Why?
What they gonna see? Like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't understand that much.
But then I was like, they didn't even have a camera crew. They was over here. She was
Vlogging.
driving, and he's like, "Oh, look at me going to the country where all these white people are."
I
Like,
was not a big fan of I feel like Chris was just going around being a little thing, but I forget all about Vic and Christine a
Christine,
lot. Yeah.
yeah, because they're showing like 10% of the whole show. And let's get into Brittany and Devontae. She's mad again because he's not complimenting her. Girl, he don't like you, which
He
is so
doesn't like
sad.
you.
I said they about to break up, and Brittany not feeling. And then he was like, your lashes are voluptuous. But that's what you say about somebody's body.
I know when he said that about her lashes, I was like,
and he was like, I like your outfit. She's like, you always compliment me on my clothes, not my like body or something like that. And he was like, well, I'm just slow to the no, you just don't like her. You don't know what to say.
or you know that she wants you to, and he even said that, like, I know you want me to compliment you,
So I
and so
don't
then
do
I feel
it.
like I'm doing it just because you asked me to. Is you cool? Yeah, that's why you're doing it, because it makes her feel good.
And I'm like, he don't like her. He's bored. I was like, what's his job? He's boring. And then he's like, I was like, she's so beautiful. She's actually really like out your league. And so I said, these niggas need to be humble. Like, she's out your league.
She definitely is out of his league.
Out of your league. He heard that 15% black. He said, oh, I can't like her.
He said black. Yeah.
Every which way. I bet you if her name was Liliana, she wouldn't have got nowhere. He would have got nowhere. He kept complimenting her physical appearance, such as her eyes, not the internal things. Yeah. Like, what? And she's like begging him. I said, no.
Yeah, girl. No,
You stand up. Okay, stand up like Jessica. Literally. I was like, you need to stand up. Because he's not even cute.
And it seemed like Alex was trying to even at at the little party and in Mexico.
Because Alex likes the dark features. Now I heard a little birdie on the street. That's what I heard because it's like watching Devontae's ex was white, but like Devontae don't like. Well, we already know Devontae don't like black women.
Clearly don't like.
Yeah, I think Devontae's ex came out saying like all this stuff about him, like, oh, he acts like this, but he's like this or whatever, like with something like that, like this different type of women, like he don't date these people. But I don't know why he came on the show because I think he had an ex like right before the show. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how did they find him.
They
If you
probably
want,
found him on LinkedIn
yeah,
too.
I'm like, but I was like, what's his job? Honestly, I don't even know what he does. They,
I don't remember what his job. I think all they make all the men sales
I
managers.
couldn't.
Ain't that many
We
things to
haven't.
sell? Y'all ain't that much to damn
And so
sell.
I'm talking about account manager. The only one really that had a job is Vic. He's a professor. Now, thank you. I can
That's
understand
the
his
real
title.
job.
Where the
Actually,
doctors,
I
the
believe
lawyers.
Connor's job being in the dumpster business.
You said what?
I believe Connor's job is being in the
Oh, I
dumpster
definitely believe he
business.
sells. And but his title was account manager. No, dumpster seller. Everybody need one child.
Everybody need a dumpster.
So I
Good job.
understand. I was like, I don't know what his job was. I forgot what he did. So there's that. And clearly we don't know because his mom. I mean, because he don't talk about it. Okay. All right. We just talked about how Ashley and his mama uh was talking about the exes and the nomads and she a nomad and um
Girl, that girl came in with her Lala Bustier on, baby.
everybody was talking about her. They was like, why is she wearing that? But everybody's like, why is Ashley wearing a winter
Yeah.
a winter
And the
sweater?
mama's in a crop top.
Yes. And I was like, I said the mom is basically saying that he don't have structure. She don't have structure either, though.
Mhm.
She a truck driver. He living on the road. He doing what the mama doing. The daddy out in damn China.
And yeah,
He just living like what he know. The boy in Australia one day, Connecticut, child. He on the road.
now he want to be in Arizona and Florida so bad.
And then she was like, she's like, so I dated potential before, and I'm just not doing that. She's like, I was hurt in my
That's
last
what
relationship. Girl, Alex is potential.
you are
How is he
dating
going to
potential
provide?
again.
Like you're attracting potential. And she's just in lot. That's why I'm like, these girls, they just have to. I don't even know how much y'all are getting paid. Maybe they're staying because they're getting paid. I don't know what they're doing. But like y'all have to stay to get paid because he is literally potential. How have you not broken up with him?
Realize,
He's a
yeah.
Trump supporter, but they said she's a Trump supporter too, so I don't know.
Yeah,
But
the dad was. And she
they
didn't say
did say they
nothing
did.
against it.
I know. Well, someone's like, no, they didn't. He's not a Trump supporter. He just asked, did you vote for Trump? He's like, no, I didn't. But we all know he's a lawyer. He did it.
He said, no, I didn't. But the dad, or are you talking about Alex?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the dad. They're saying that he just asked who he voted for. They're like, they're not saying that he's not saying
But
he
I
is.
feel like for Alex to be double down and like, but if I did vote, I would have voted for Trump because he knows that
Oh,
her dad would like that.
oh, yes, yes, yes. But the dad was like, no BS on the like. He was trying to shoot everything. I was like, oh my gosh. But he was like, people was talking about because he was like, my daughter's dynamite. I said, period. They thought that was weird. I just thought it was kind of funny. I
Yeah,
don't really.
people were saying that was weird.
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
that's the only time that he broke in the questions is because he asked he asked Alex something about other girls and
oh yeah, he.
Ashley was like, I would kill him, and then he was weak. The dad was weak, and then he went right back to that.
Yeah, he was like, oh, that's what he said. He was like, are you done with messing with girls all over? That's really what he said.
Yeah,
He
and she said he better I'll kill him or something,
yeah,
and then he was weak. He did not play.
that's not funny, daddy. But I was like, dynamite. I don't know if that's weird. He was just like, my daughter's dynamite. I'm like, what did you want him to say? My daughter's ugly. Like, I don't know
Right.
what you wanted him to say.
Basically saying his daughter
I
is a
like,
catch.
I liked Ashley. Oh, I liked old girl's dad. He was asking the right questions. Someone said he need to be on the reunion. Someone said he needs to
He
be
need to be in the screening. Yeah.
yes, yes, the screening. They were saying all that. And what's your job? And who and what? Okay, nope.
And
He
what was
don't
the
have a
last
job.
relationship? And hey, you keep looking away. I'm asking you a question. Look back over here.
When was your last relationship? No, don't look up, don't look
No,
down.
look at me. When?
Look at me.
Yeah, he was not playing around for real.
Yeah, so that was funny. But I was like, he was grilling him a little bit. I just don't like this just old white man lawyer. But he was getting him the question. But I was like, she's still not seeing like that's why I was like, I don't know what they be in. I guess they're just trying to make it to the altar. And I love that for them. But hey,
Possibly.
yes, I hope they're just trying to make it to the altar. But he is potential. And now we're gonna get to Emma and Mike. Emma brings Mike to her family. The
Right.
family was stressing me out because they was laughing so hard about like being a sporadic family. They're like, oh, where's your family? Like, I'm like, what is so funny? Like, are we in a
Nothing.
comedy show?
Nothing is that funny.
Why are we laughing? And then Emma's sister talking about how she said she wouldn't have kids in another life. Meanwhile, the kids come in the next scene. Crazy work. But it's like how we said, and Mike knew she didn't want to have kids, and Emma
Right.
didn't want to have kids. Find someone who wants to have kids, and they're like, her parents. This was kind of confusing to me because her parents was like, "Oh, you want kids?" They're like, "Oh, we know her not to want kids at all." And then her sister was like, "Yeah, you didn't want kids, but now you want kids. We don't want you to have kids for this man." And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But then she started talking about why she want to have kids, and I was so confused because I was like, her parents not knowing like why she didn't want to have kids. They're like, oh, that's why you don't want to have kids. And so they're like, but I guess they never questioned her. But then they're like, oh, we didn't know that you were going through that. But they were saying she was quiet at home. So I was like, they didn't like, of course, white people think they're all these saviors and come and get, they didn't expose her
to her own culture and then
culture.
her background. Yeah.
They just took this little girl in, and then she had so much surgery. Like they didn't give her therapy. Like they didn't really they didn't like nurture her and culture her because they're like, oh, we didn't know that this, like, why y'all letting her go at home and sit in the room by herself? Then the teacher are like, oh, she talks, she's this, but they're like, oh, not at home. Y'all didn't need to go ask her what was wrong. Y'all didn't need to ask her see what's going on. She just did in the room just by herself. She's sad. She's like, that's traumatic. First being adopted and then having having to have that.
Yeah, all these surgeries.
Having people, like, you're in Minnesota, right? Like having, I don't know how many people live in Minnesota, job, but probably not that many Asians. You're not in California.
Right.
You're not in somewhere down
And
there.
then clearly your family has no interest in you understanding where you came from.
Yes. So I was just like, she was quiet at home, but y'all look so confused. They're like, oh no, we didn't know. Oh, that's why you didn't want to have kids. Did y'all not ask why she didn't want to have kids? I mean, I guess not. I don't know. Like, we can understand. And they're like, oh, because of your scars. They're like, oh, she's so independent. Is she independent, or did y'all not help her?
Y'all didn't help her.
Like, so I was like,
that's why this girl don't know how to talk about nothing.
And I was like, y'all not trying to have her because she's like, kids is hard. You gotta sacrifice your life. I'm like, well, do y'all want her to have kids or y'all don't want her to have kids? Because like the sister saying that she regret it, the mama saying that it's hard. You gotta sacrifice stuff.
Everybody was mad at their kids, and you think she want to have them?
Like what? Like it's hard, and y'all adopted, and then y'all have older kids. I said, I want to know, how did they get Emma?
Yeah, it's giving a little sketchy sketch.
I want to know, how did they get Emma? She said something about a dumpster.
You said she was at an orphanage, right?
Oh yeah, she did say she was at orphanage. So I was like, was she as an orphanage over in China? They love over in China. Get the people over here because you can't, because you didn't help her.
Yeah, and you should have. And I think that is something, like, when you adopt kids cross culturally, you can't just assume like your kid looks different. So they're going to have a different experience. And so at some point you need to be invested in making sure that they also understand, like, to the point that you can, because if her parents didn't leave any information, then she is kind of like stuck without certain things. Like if she was dropped off at an orphanage and all you know is that this is a little Chinese girl at the orphanage, then that's all you know. But what you still could expose her to is other Chinese people.
Yeah, they was taking her to Disneyland and seeing dang Mickey. Should have took her back to China. She's a Great Wall.
Like, I don't know what y'all did as far as representation for her, and it probably was lonely for her to grow up and be the only Asian person in her home and around.
Because she noticed that she looks different than everybody else.
Right, and y'all know that too.
Y'all going to China, child. Get out of them people's countries. Like, what is going on? So I was just like, I was so confused about this. So I was like, do y'all want her to have kids or don't want her? They're like, we don't want to pressure you. I'm tired of the conversation about kids.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. I actually am tired of them as a couple.
They're not gonna get married.
I don't think so.
They not saying yes at the altar, child. They not saying yes at the altar.
No, I don't think so either.
Let's talk about Bree and Connor. Girl. So overbearing. Okay, we already talked about that. We talked about Alex and Ashley. I feel like she just wants to stay on the show. He told you he hooks up with his ex and he's a Trump supporter and he has no job. But she's like, okay.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Girl, get out of my face.
He don't like you because you don't have dark hair and dark eyes.
I said he got a message on LinkedIn. I'm like, does it say Cleveland, Austin, or Australia, child? What does it say on your LinkedIn?
Arizona, Florida.
He had a situationship going on, talking about he flying to Austin, child. Boy, he needs to go somewhere. He's stressing me out.
He's, like we said earlier, on the next bus. He needs to be on Love is Blind next bus edition.
Yes, he does. And I said
edition. Yeah,
and I said Chris is a scumbag, and Bree. I said now Bree is getting what she wanted though. Bree loves that. Like she's like, what you want. Because before she's like, why is nobody talking to me? Why is nobody talking? Why? But now Bree's getting all his attention. Now she shook her. She's like, I am just so in love with Connor. So in love with Connor. But before a couple episodes ago, you was like, why isn't Chris talking to me? Why isn't Chris talking to me?
And now Chris is all in your face. And now you're trying to act like you like Connor, but you're still entertaining Chris.
So, and baby, they had me weak because I was like, how did Emma know this? Emma said, Emma said he was buying his followers. She was like, they all bots. They haven't posted. I said, girl, why you going through his followers? Why you going through his followers on Instagram?
Yeah.
I was weak though. I was
Emma said, "Hey, I did my research, and let me tell you about what I found."
Emma said, baby, they all bots or whatever. But then I was like, also, why did Chris and I was like, why did Chris and Alex let their fiancés go out? Because you heard Chris talking about going to the strip club. I was like, huh?
Yeah, they said that he was recording a stripper in his lap or something.
Oh yeah, and then somebody gonna send it to Jess. I was like, well, she was like, I don't follow him. I don't look at his stuff. I was
She's
weak.
like, I'm done.
Yes, the whole meet and greet thing was so funny. I feel like someone said that they weren't invited. Was Tyler our Key? No, Kia went, didn't she? That's her name. Kia went to the meet and greet.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, we barely saw Chris and Vic, but they was there, and I was like, they were so excited to see. I'm like, child, did they know that they made a child because they haven't seen each other?
But I also was so confused because about I don't know if we're getting to this later about Priyanka being there because I don't even remember seeing her
in the pods.
In the pods. Priyanka was introduced to me at the meet and greet.
Yeah, I think but that's something they didn't show her because they didn't show her. I do remember her picture, like, oh, Priyanka, they were talking about like the Indian girls. But yeah, I didn't see her in the pods either. And that's what I'm saying. But I don't know if they were like, oh, everybody come and meet the people or something like that. But also they might have known that
there was something else.
Priyanka, so they're like, oh, girl, come here. Because that's why I think Kia came, because I'm saying her name right, because she ain't met with nobody either. Oh, then Kevin came too, but Tyler did not come. I think she was
lounge.
Only in the lounge area. Yes, that's what I think too. Well, welcome to this lounge, baby. I was weak though because when Jess walked in, they all embraced her. It was so funny. They was like, "You look good, girl. How you been working out? How you been working out?" I said, "They are crazy." And here goes Chris. He's like, "They hate me. They hate me." And he's like, "I don't care. I don't care." Boy, yes you do.
Yeah, you do.
Amber ate this. Amber ate
this. I was waiting so patiently for us to get to Amber.
Yes, her commentary had me weak. She was like,
no notes for Amber.
Before they even got to the thing, she was like, that's where she already hates men. So it's so funny. And then she was talking about it. She's like, and he's dumb. And this is why I hate him. Then she's like, that's where I skin his teeth. Or something like that. I was crying.
Hey, Amber, when I tell you Amber didn't take that foot off of Chris's neck all night long, she did not play with him.
At all. She was like, and then he was trying to talk to her. She's like, hi, Amber. He's like, hi, Amber. You might hate me. She was like, I don't care about Chris because he don't care about nobody.
He don't care. He only cares about himself. Yeah.
He only cares about himself.
Period, Amber. Amber was not on the Ashley, Priyanka, and Breezy tip that was sitting up there kikiing and kakaing with Chris.
They're like,
mushroom head.
So like, what? Oh, well, no, we get it. Well, we understand what. And here go Bree. Oh, I see both sides. Amber said, so you think you're gonna get you another hot doctor? She said, what are you gonna do? Beat me up? Baby, I said AIDS. Amber ate that scene up.
Amber, I swear on the reunion, that is who I'm looking for. I want you to talk to Amber. Talk to Amber.
Amber ate that scene. She already don't like men, baby. I was weak. She was going off.
And honestly, like, she wasn't wrong. She was not wrong at all. She did not lie. She wasn't being dramatic. Like, girl, boy, she was more like, boy,
no.
And he came over talking to the
hot doctor. Boy, you not.
And he came over talking to him. You know this girl don't like you. Why you walk over here talking to her?
And he's like, oh, y'all are perfect. I know y'all are gonna make it. I know y'all are gonna get married. Shut up. Why are you here,
Chris?
Why are you here?
And then to say in front of Jordan, like, people are saying Amber's too crazy for Jordan, blah, blah, blah.
I think she's perfect. She doesn't care what you think about her.
She don't.
Actually,
she actually does not care at all what you think.
Actually, she doesn't even want you even right here.
She wishes that you didn't think. Actually, she wishes you weren't a part of any of this.
What did I tell dude? I wish you never thought.
Yeah, and that's what thinking does. It gets you in trouble. Stop doing it.
Literally, like that should go on a shirt. You think you're gonna find you another hot doctor? I was like, yeah. She was standing. She's like, that's my girl. That's what you call a girl's girl.
Yes.
And get in it with him. And then I'm like, he get over himself because he's laughing and he's like laughing and then he's talking to Breezy, like when we were talking about like at the bar. But I was like, dang, Connor and Jess, she talked about that, like just looking kind of like Connor's looking over there, like I'm like, Bree is engaging. It's not like she's kind of like I I feel like she's not feeding into what he's saying. Like I feel like she's standing up for Connor a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but I feel like that, like, I don't know, like, do you feel like that's disrespectful? Like, Connor's like looking over there. It's just like, I'm about to go back to my man. Like, she's sticking up for him, but that's what I'm saying. She's like sticking up for him, but she's like still like, what is it called? Entertaining. Like,
She's
she's
still entertaining Chris,
entertaining him, but I'm like,
absolutely.
this is what she asked for. She wants dudes to be begging for him. But then for Chris to be like,
But then she also was talking about how Chris was messaging her and that she
yeah,
was showing Connor that Chris was. I just think that at multiple points, Chris was being a little bit too disrespectful for them to all have known each other. Like, you didn't make it out the pods. Connor and Breezy did. Chill.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, but then because then she's like, well, I just deleted it. Yeah, but then in your man's face, you're literally entertaining him.
Right. But also
You're showing him.
Connor could have went over and been like, all right, cute, this is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and I was like, dang, I feel like he was like, what do I do? Right?
mm-hmm.
Because he just like looking and just came up. That's how I was like,
It feels like Edmund when KB said, what you gonna do? So rifle on my arm.
oh, and what'd you say?
It feels like Edmund when KB was like, what are you gonna do if somebody tries to hit on me in the club?
Oh yeah, so you gonna come? He's like, I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna get security.
Yeah, yes, but Connor was looking. I was like, Connor was looking so sad. So I
He
was just like,
was.
dang, what do you do? Like, but I'm like, you're entertaining him, but you're like sticking up for him. But I was saying, Connor don't know what you're saying. And
Right.
Connor don't know what he's saying. But also, Chris was so drunk. I was just like, he's just talking. I'm like, boy, you're 5'2". Like, hush, you giving me
And
the
you
ick.
could tell Connor made a comment that stuck out to me because he was like, yeah, I don't entertain people like that. Like, kind of talking about Chris. He made like a
Mhm.
sly comment, like something to the effect of, I would never be in that kind of conversation, or I don't entertain people like that. Something to that effect.
Yes, and it's like he was like, Connor's not submissive, and are you? He's like, I won't be submissive. We don't
Yeah.
care.
He's like, you need somebody who's gonna run you. First of all, I'm scared. Why would you say that?
Like what? And like, why is that a
That's
bad thing that
scary.
Connor's submissive? Because he likes his woman, because he wants to be there for his woman. And you
Right.
all of 5 foot talking about something. I'm not gonna be submissive. Do you think that's gonna make me want you?
You need somebody who's gonna, lay down the law. Like, and it would be you,
Boy, you need to pipe down. And,
please.
and I was like, he doesn't have boundaries
Yeah.
and don't care to tell. And then you don't care to tell Jess you want Brie. Like you don't have, you're like, and my second, and it was my second, and it's my second, and then and Jess even knows, and then you're there talking to Jess, and you're like, you have regrets, like you wanted Brie or something.
Mm-hmm.
Brie is with Connor. But this
End
is
of
also what she
story.
asked for too. Like Brie is with Connor, leave her alone.
End
And
of
I was like,
story.
Chris is lying to Connor. That's so wild. And like comparing fiancés to his
It
second
actually only
husband.
looks bad on Chris. Like, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like, yeah, Connor probably should have went over there and got his girl or whatever, but all of that looks like Chris is the biggest hater that ever hated. Like,
And he is.
you look so bad. You look so insecure. Like,
He wants to be
everybody,
still on
yeah,
the
you look
show.
bad. Yeah.
He still wants to be on the show. Cause why are you over there talking to Connor like you his friend, and then you leaving
Then you
him?
over there talking about, like, asking Breezy about their sex life and stuff. Like, you're weird.
Very.
And if I was her, you need to be like cognizant of why he's doing that on camera. Like, if you can message me,
Wasn't he
you
saying?
could have messaged me about this.
Well, he did message her, but she didn't. I guess she didn't answer. We don't know. That's what they need to be asking the reunion. Did you respond back, or did you just show Connor what you say back, girl?
And why did you choose at this event that you know is going to be filmed to ask about my sex life with Connor?
Yeah, I was just like, dang, aren't you supposed to be protecting that, sis? Like, girl, why would you say?
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, he the best.com.
Hello, better than what I would have ever expected.
Like, what? I've been like, better than you.
Right. Like, what do you mean? I'm sorry that wasn't working out for y'all.
Like, why are you even comfortable? Because then, I think he probed her to say, he was probing her to say, so he could say something about Jess. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Ours was so horrible. I was so, and that's what he was saying. I mean, I'm not 90 years old. Do you think you're going to make it to 90 with that dang horrible personality attitude? I don't want to make it to 90. It's worse. It's horrible. Well, first of all, maybe you shouldn't just try to have sex on the first night.
Right.
It might be horrible. You don't even know that girl.
And it probably wasn't horrible.
And it probably wasn't horrible. And
I
probably it
mean,
was you that was horrible.
hello,
Yeah, that's what I heard on the street chat. Probably
hello.
you talking about it was horrible. You probably couldn't get it up. You probably didn't know what to do. My
You
girl's
probably
a
made it.
doctor, okay? Period. She know how to use tools. Hey girl, like what are
Like,
you?
I'm not buying that the sex was horrible. I'm just really not buying it. And it's weird because men are always like women all that's the first thing that they go, that's the first thing they say that the sex was bad or about size or whatever. But for him, who's gonna be the girls if Chris is the girls?
And y'all are like so short together.
Right.
Boy, hush. Get out my face. Like you're
Girl.
like so like. Well, I don't want to say that because that might be rude because they're adults, so I'm not gonna say that word. But they're like the same size, so that's what they be talking
Mm-hmm.
about to people. So I'm just like, what is going on? Connor said something. I have something about Connor said something to the advice, but Connor said something to Jess, but I was like, dang, like in that moment. But I feel like Breezy, that's not like she talks much, but I feel like even in Mexico, he was like looking over his shoulder. Even there, he was looking over his
Mm-hmm.
shoulder. I'm like, the boy's looking over his shoulder too much, girl.
Well, it's because she made a point to be like, well, I just wanted Chris to talk to me. And like, Chris didn't talk to me. And I was talking to Chris. Like,
Why do you want to talk to after this? Why do
and
you want to
Connor was like, yeah, but you don't see me in Emma's, all in Emma's face. And
Oh
she
yeah,
was one
because
of my connections.
And Emma really wanted Connor.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sitting over here trying to reconnect with Emma and talking to Emma
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you don't get out that man Chris' face, and Chris don't get out yours.
Y'all might as well be together.
And I don't know who would choose to be with Chris after how he did Jess. So,
Yeah, but sadly somebody's gonna get him. But child, y'all can have it because I don't want him. So I have some spoilers.
okay.
I last week I thought it was one couple. I'm not gonna say the couples who get married. That's not what I'm gonna say. But last week I heard one couple was getting married, but then I heard that was a lie. I heard that two couples get married. Like I feel like
Mm.
all of them go to the altar, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
two couples get married.
Mm.
So we'll see this Wednesday.
You know the two?
I do know the two, but I don't
Okay.
want. Yeah, I don't want to
No, I
spoil.
was going to ask if you didn't know the two, what was your guess? But you know the two, so I
Oh
won't ask you what
yeah.
your guess is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 I know the two that are going to get married. Um, I think all of them are going to go to the altar. I'm not two for sure.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm not two for
Because
sure.
actually, all of them should not go to the altar.
Who do you think? Well, maybe I could ask. I'm like, who do you think should not get married? So, like,
You asking?
yeah, who do you think should not?
Well, clearly, Justin and Chris are not. I don't think that Brittany and Devonte, I don't think they should get married. I
Okay.
don't think that I think honestly the only couples that I think could go to the altar are I guess Vic and Christine, even though we didn't see a lot of them. And how did I forget? Jordan and Amber. Because I do like Amber. I did see like some of the clips that might like hint at there might be a big issues for them next, like in the next episodes.
Mm.
And then I don't know, because I don't think Emma should go either.
Oh, she said, oh, you see, I don't think Emma should go. So you don't, yeah, Emma
No.
and Mike, you don't think they should
No,
go?
I think kids is a big thing. And if she doesn't want to have kids and he's dead set on having kids and his whole
Mhm.
family's dead set on him having kids, I don't think that they should do that
You know
with
what's
his
so
family.
fun? Emma and the
And that
Emma.
Italian man,
I
his
was like,
Italian
I don't
family.
even know. I didn't even know Michael was Italian. But you know what's funny is Jordan
Mm-hmm.
is with Amber.
Amber.
Jordan was saying how he didn't want kids. No, he didn't say he didn't want kids. He said that his deal breaker was someone who had kids, and look who he got. Look
He
who he
got with somebody with kids.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he can get over that hurdle, like if that actually pans out and works itself out, I say they seem like they have really good chemistry.
Amber and Jordan.
I guess I want Connor and Breezy to work because I like Connor.
Oh, you do?
I
Okay.
do. I think Connor means well.
Okay, I can't ask that question.
But I don't like Breezy. I
Oh,
don't like the
you
way she interacted with Chris. And I feel like that's
mm.
always going to be an issue. I
Uh-huh.
don't know.
You
Maybe
don't think
not.
he has grace because they like both liked each other? Or like they both were in love?
Who?
Like You don't think that maybe Connor will have grace in that situation because Breezy at one point.
I think so. I just still think I think it's not about. I think Connor will have grace for Breezy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's not what I don't want. But
Oh.
I think Connor would have grace for her for sure.
Mhm. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't really think he's that submissive, so I don't know what Chris is
I
talking
don't
about.
know why he thinks because he's nice he's submissive. Like
Yeah,
you are an a hole,
yeah.
and that's not being dominant. That's just being an a
Being
hole.
rude.
Yeah,
And who wants you?
yeah.
And Brittany and Devin Child,
Please don't go to the altar. Like
Devonta.
I liked Brittany's family. They seem like really cool people,
They
but
were so excited. They're like, I haven't seen her this happy. I haven't seen her this happy.
and that makes it even worse because Devin has no intention on making
And
it
then,
or
yes, he
Devontae.
going upstairs. Oh, the family went upstairs, and then he's like, "Oh, let me talk to them." Talk to them. He's like, "Oh, he leaving." I was like, he is lying in this man's face.
Yeah, he is.
He is lying like, "Oh, do you think any of this or that, or did you like?" I said, "This man is lying to this man's face. Just
Just
lying,
sitting up there, just
just
lying because you got a
lying."
set of lips,
But we didn't
literally.
see. I know we didn't see his family. I'm like, why didn't we get to see the black man's family?
Why I want to see Devontae's family. I need to see them siblings.
Yeah, and I need to see Vic's family, but
I
at
do
least
want to see Victoria and the family.
yeah, I need to see the sister. I need to see the face when they see who
I
Christine.
guess we'll see them at the wedding
Oh yeah, maybe if they make it there.
if they make it. I yeah, those are the only two couples I want to make it.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if those aren't the two, and that Breezy and Connor do make it because Connor is a nice guy, and I'm pretty. I mean, she didn't really do anything too wrong. I just didn't like the entertaining of
Like
Chris
she was
because he's an
entertaining
idiot.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying too. But you also know, I mean, and this is also reality TV, right? So it's
right.
like he's gonna act crazy or like they were
True.
talking. It's like, oh yeah, talk to Breezy, talk to like
They were hyping it up. Yeah.
yeah, like hyping it up because you see how like they were like, well, because Priyanka or whatever, they was like, okay, we leave it, and Breezy's just, girl, leave the dang bar, leave him. He talking crazy.
Yeah, definitely. He's
So
definitely talking crazy.
yeah, so I think that is, but the finale comes out Wednesday, and we will see. Well, I guess we'll see if y'all predictions are right. We'll see if y'all predictions are right. I think it's one. I don't know. Is it one episode? I think they were trying to do that in the reunion. I needed to come out like the reunion needs to come out like when they see all the episodes because they don't be seeing all the episodes. I'd be like y'all, but I think it's only one episode on Wednesday.
Is it?
I'm about to look right now.
Dang, they did like six and what,
They do
3?
6-3, and then I think it's one. I don't think it's two.
It'll
I
be
hope.
the weddings.
Yeah, and it'd be the wedding. Of course, I have freaking ads, so I can't tell. But yeah, then it'd be the wedding. I was like, 6 episodes is a lot, child. It's the wedding and then it's the reunion. I'm like, y'all need to put the wedding and the reunion together. I don't want to wait another week
Yeah.
for a whole nother wedding. I mean, for a whole nother reunion.
Yeah,
Like,
because the mess of it just be festering. And I'm ready to get it addressed now.
yes, get it addressed. Okay. Did you see that Tyler and Kia went on What's the Reality with?
Yeah, I haven't watched the episode, but I did see that they went on there.
Yes, it is so long, child. So I have
Yeah,
to
what's
go.
his name? Kevin. He got on my nerves.
Oh, he
And I'm
did?
glad that both of them just because for a minute I thought Kia was gonna accept him or whatever. And I'm so glad that they didn't.
I just think that she like kind of played the fence a little bit.
She
So
definitely
that's how
did.
I feel about that one. It's not showing me. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. It's not showing me the rest of the episodes. I'm trying to see episodes. So there we go. Is this Ohio? Oh, it says episode 10. Oh, they're showing 2 episodes. So I think it's 2 episodes before the wedding. Okay, because there's episodes this 2 episodes this Wednesday, and then the next episode is March 4th. Oh, close to your birthday.
That
It's
is my
your
birthday.
birthday, yeah. Okay, March 4th. So I think
March 4th is the weddings.
yes.
So they're skipping a week.
No. March 4th is the reunion,
Reunion.
I believe.
True.
This Wednesday is the wedding, but it's going to be 2 episodes this Wednesday.
What time does the reunion release? Do you know?
No, I don't know. On the March, I guess it's going to release at this the exact same time. They
I'm
don't
just trying to plan my day.
they don't have times, they just have dates.
Okay.
Yeah, do you have birthday plans?
No, no, I'm getting a massage. I'm having just like a me day.
Like
I
on the day?
am, yeah. I'm gonna get a massage. I'm probably gonna do brunch or something with Stephanie because it's her birthday too, and then dinner. So
Oh,
just put
okay.
my Love Is Blind in the
You
day.
wanna go to dinner on the day of?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But just like dinner with JD, I'm not doing like
like a
a
actual
big thing. Yeah,
okay, okay, period. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, I think it comes out regular time. So
but I
yeah.
should be back home
Not
at some
regular
point
time.
to
I think
watch.
it just comes out like 12 in the morning. Like I think it comes so you can watch it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Because they don't have a certain
ridiculously
time, like 9 p.m. or whatever. Like, yeah, since it's not live. So yeah, I think that. Well, y'all need to wish my girl a happy early birthday because it's Pisces season right now, right?
big Pisces season.
Okay,
Absolutely.
period. It's clearly a spicy season. So we won't be live on that day because my girl's going to be celebrating her birthday. Yeah, but I'm gonna come back. I'm probably gonna go to a watch party, so I'm gonna watch it. Then I think I'm gonna do another. We'll see. I don't even know what I'm doing this Friday. I might go live next Monday, or it might be this. It probably won't be Saturday. It might be Sunday. I gotta figure out when I watch these next two episodes.
Episodes. Yeah.
Yes, then I'll come back and we'll talk about the reveals, the spoilers, and everything like that. And then we'll talk about the reunion after that. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend that Lieshia's Lounge is open. Okay.
Period.
And yeah, we'll see you on the next Leisha Lounge episode. Go back and watch episodes 1 through 6. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And then we'll see you next week for 10 and 11.
10-11.
Yes, 10 and 11. Adios, amigas. Buenos noches. I just
Buenas noches.
Buenos noches. I know my Spanish, period.
Period.
All right, bye. Good night, y'all.